rights activist. He brings a conservative point of view to black issues. His mission: to provide a forum for honest discussions about social issues without the liberal lapdogs shutting down the discussion. Broadcasting from the American Truth Project studios in beautiful Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. This is Conservative Nation with your host, Jermain Botsio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Conservative Nation, Double Barrel J's edition. And I got the main man, Mind of Jamal. How are you doing here, sir?
You back, Jermain. It feels good to hear your voice out here in the atmosphere, bringing the hardcore truth, talking about the things people don't want to talk about. Seeing you back, Jermain, it feels good. Welcome back, Jermain.
Thank you. Let me tell you something. I'm glad to be back. We got the president back in the White House, so I want to go ahead and do a nice little clap for that. You know, we do it. I mean, it is so nice. Look, we got liberals crying every single day. They talking about they're going to leave, but gosh darn it, I'm waiting to buy their ticket. You get what I'm saying? They just got to hit me up. You get what I'm saying? I know some folks who are willing to ship them off on a boat. You get what I'm saying? They just got to hit a brother up. What do you think about all the liberals crying, saying that they're going to leave, but they're still here?
Because I'm going to tell you something. They can't leave because they can't let us be happy. Remember, Democrats cannot let us be happy. Their main thing is not letting conservatives and Republicans be happy and have our vision for America take hold, take root, and grow. They can't have that. They must be the most annoying, aggravating, loud, obnoxious, nerve-wracking. I'm just not talking about black women. I'm talking about Democrats this time. So they can't let us be happy. They can't.
Nope. They can't let us be happy. They want to make sure that they go around telling people that the president's racist. Guess what? Everybody's gonna get deported, Jermain. Yeah, everybody. I was doing a show yesterday. There was a guy who came into the stream. He told me that they're deporting black folks, people from the islands, and America's racist, and I need to ask my ancestors. Yeah, a white liberal came on and said this. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can believe it because they've been saying that to me. I did a video, Jermain, and it was the video. It went on to. It was seen on Benny Johnson. First, Tony MAGA shared it. Then Elon Musk shared it, and then Jesse Waters shared it. And I had some black folk. You hurt your own people. You hurt your own people. Do you realize all them jobs he cutting? Black folk, those jobs help black people get in the middle class. Those jobs help black. I said, hold up. Are you telling me the only reason why the black community is in the middle class is because of government jobs? So then we have not improved. We digressed from the civil rights movement, because before the civil rights movement, we were the up and coming race. We was coming into the middle class, stomping in the middle class, coming through the middle class to where we were so prevalent in the middle class to where shows were putting black characters up there. People don't know. Black and white television, when they didn't have color, well, guess what? They had shows like Sergeant Bilko, Ernie Bilko, had a black master sergeant who was in control of white soldiers because they're just and you go integrated in the Army. So you had that. You had Hogan Heroes. You had shows that had black characters. So why have we digressed since the civil rights? Why have things gotten worse for the black community if the Civil Rights Act was so great? Because the government jobs were just ways to put black folk from one plantation
to another. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. You know,
you can't.
As a black person, it seemed like you're held to a different standard when it comes to black America. You get what I'm saying?
They hold your hand like you're the kid with a football helmet looking in the back of the windows, scared you gonna do something and fall over. That's how they treat us. And too many black folk welcome that type of treatment. And it's embarrassing.
Yeah, they like being treated like the kid in the back of the room who's throwing tapioca and gosh darn melons. They're not wanting to be an adult and be responsible for their own lives. And once you're an adult and you're responsible for your own life, let me tell you something. It really becomes something that you can pass on as a lifestyle to your children. You get what I'm saying? It's called leading by example. And if we don't have that in the community, it becomes very hard for young folks to understand how to live life. And that's how a lot of black folks are nowadays. They don't have very good, examples in front of them. So they get their examples from TV and tap dancing Negroes like, Puff Daddy with the oil. You get what I'm saying? He's giving out an example, and that
Mr.
example
Slipper
is pretty hard
when
on
wet.
the rear, if you know what I mean.
Mr. Slippery when wet. But I want you to realize this, Jermaine. Look at all other races and what they leave their children.
Mm-hmm.
You try to look at whites, they try to leave their children patriotism, holding on to the love of family, God, country, and building and making themselves better. You can always be better. Look at Indians. What do they leave themselves? What do they leave their children? So the ones that are here, they leave their children with education, building, and love of being Indian. Asian, same thing. Asians love education. They love their children being the most educated. But what do black people leave each other? Rap music.
Rap music.
We are listening. I just want you to think about this. We are living out, most black folk in America are living as if this is a 1983 video. Don't get close, cause I'm about the edge. I'm trying to lose my head. We gotta go jungle sometimes to make me wonder how we keep them going under. That has been the black community mentality. Mm-hmm. We haven't gotten out of that, and we try to incorporate that as our okay. And I'm gonna shut up after I say this, Jermaine. Jermaine, I seen this black girl. She said the reason why we're loud, talking about black women, the reason why we're loud because nobody heard us. Nobody heard us, and we was told we couldn't speak. People heard you. The problem was liberals wanted the most ignorant of you to be heard because it's easier to control you.
You ain't lying about that. They wanted the most loudest, ignorant one, and usually those folks, they don't think well, let me tell you. They certainly don't. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys do us a favor. Please, oh please, let everybody know that we are back, the Double Barrel J's. Let me tell you, it's very, 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 hold on. Very, very important you do that. You can see, even though, they let back a little bit with the censorship, these folks are still, cutting off and doing stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
We're on Rumble. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're pretty soon going to be on Twitch. And we are on, what's that TikTok? Yeah, TikTok.
You on TikTok too?
Yeah. So make sure you guys go ahead and share, all right? We need folks to hear what's going on. And what's going on is very, very, very important to all of us, all right? So without further ado, brother, I'm ready to fly. How about
Let's
yourself?
burn them. Let's burn them, Jermain. Let's burn 'em.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and do it. I want to go ahead and speak about a viral video that me and my audience, we spoke about this a few days ago, and it deals with a 13-year-old boy who refuses to give up his birthday money. His mama needs money for the light bill, and she's threatening the PS5. You get what I'm saying? The boy is shaking in his boots, but he got stuff to say. And let me tell you something. A lot of people are proud about what he is saying. Let me go ahead and run this. When it comes back, I want to get your take on it. How do we get in this mess as a country? Because I know that this isn't one-off. All right? Here we go. Make sure you guys share. We need your help. Here we go.
All the stuff I do for you as a mother. Literally, I take care of you, I feed you, I cook, I do all that stuff. And all I did, I asked you for your birthday money so that I can pay the light bill. You don't want to give me the birthday money. So I am taking the PS5 back so I can get the money so the bill can be paid.
Well, how you going to ask for my birthday money that I got on my birthday to pay the light bill? And why you trying to take my PS5 away?
Well, you can't play the PS5 anyway if there ain't going to be no damn lights in our house. First of all, I'm an adult. Stay out my business. When I come to you as a mother and I'm telling you there's an issue where I need help, you help.
Going out so much. I'm tired of you going out. You need to spend time with us, and you need to spend money on your bills.
Leilani, I'm not even talking to you. So you stay in a child's place.
You said stay in a child's place, but you asking my brother to pay your bills. And just like Lay said, you need to start spending money on us and stop spending money on yourself and your little boyfriend.
Boy, y'all finna whip y'all ass.
Bow. Mama, let me tell you something. She look crazy. She look absolutely crazy. She got the nice little hair hat you can see in the corner. She got them talons, them big ass claws. Look like they're $150 claws. And let me tell you, her children, they're smart. Very, 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 very smart. I love children. They tell the unvarnished truth. It's just in them. You get what I'm saying? They're not, pushed aside like nowadays. If you're an adult and you tell the truth, you're really coddled when you're speaking like this. What do you think about this here, sir?
It's embarrassing. That woman should do it the old-fashioned way, the way women used to do it back in the day. She know Larry at work had an eye for her, and Larry got a few nickels to rub together, so she would tell Larry, come over 11, 12 o'clock so they can talk, because things are hard, because Larry like, girl, you ever need something, your boy Larry got you.
Yep.
Let Larry come on through. And you say, well, Larry, I was thinking about letting you come on through, but I need a light bill paid, Larry. And Larry, I don't know if I should let you come through, Larry, because $200 is a lot of money, Larry. And Larry would be like, $200, God, that's all you need. Larry gonna bring you $250, get you some geisha too. And so while Larry get his freak on at night, you say the light bill. That's how it used to be. But today, these hoes got morals.
Yup, they certainly do.
Jermain, this broke heifer got morals. Talking about some taking that little boy money. First of all, where's the daddy? Let's go back to the truth.
Yep.
And sometimes the word has to be said. Where is the daddy? Why aren't you married?
There you go.
So you ain't got this problem. I'm sorry. 2 people working at McDonald's is better than 1 person who's a paralegal. Why? Because they're going to sit there and they're going to know how to 2 checks. They're going to live within their means. She riding around telling this little boy she's going to take his birthday money because she made bad choices.
Yep.
And can't afford to pay the light bill. That's on her. The children is right. And I hate to hear children talk back to their parents. But those children are right. That is a jacked up, typical black situation.
I'm telling you, you can't get around it. Fire assessment. Where is the father? Where is the father? A lot of the times, you know what's going on? The women are having these children and they're taking off and running. They're not staying, and they're taking off and running instead of them to stay with the guy they had the baby with, right? The guy with the messed up afro and his hair looking like taco meat. You decided to go and have a baby with this guy. You go ahead and work it out with him. We're tired of folks having babies and then running and then going to the government, and all of a sudden we got to feel bad for you because you're a single mama. Single mamas used to be back in the day, hey, the dad died in war. You get what I'm saying? Single mamas back in the day used to be, hey, your dad died because he was sick. There was something going on. It wasn't just because your mama wasn't happy, right? That type of crap is the new age feminism stuff. That, hey, I'm not happy anymore. I'm just gonna leave. That's what happened, and now we're in this mess. We are. People need to get back to the basics. Be in a committed relationship. Get married before having a child. That will prevent a lot of this type of nonsense. It will prevent poverty, because you'll be in poverty most likely if you become a single mom. Most women don't understand that. And the children grow up, they have a hard life. And you know what the children are not doing? They're not blaming their mama. They're not saying, hey, mama, how come you put me in this position? You know who they're blaming? Gosh darn, the government. They're blaming everybody except for the people that put them in that position. And that's the way a lot of black folks grow up. They don't want to blame their mama, right? The mama who laid on her back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times. They don't want to do that because they love their mama. So guess who they blaming? The daddy who ain't there and the gosh darn government that they're getting a check from. So we need to be honest about this situation. We need to save children and children's young lives, because children shouldn't be put in this position where they're sitting here worried about the light being cut off. I mean, my goodness gracious. What a life to live as a child, knowing that your mama is telling you, oh, the lights are about to get cut off if you don't give me that money that your daddy gave you. Yeah, give me that money. Last words here, sir.
You know what? This is the typical single parent home. Mm-hmm. This is the typical single parent home, but now these women are being told that they queens. They need they queens. They need to wait until they're seasoned. See, back in the days, a woman like her, she knew what she had to do to get that light bill paid.
Oh yeah. And
she didn't tell the kids what she had to do to get the light bill paid.
Shoot,
so you know what she did? She may say, I got a pizza in the oven for y'all. Mama got to go out. But you know what? Mama brought back some Red Lobster cheddar bow biscuits for you and some shrimp. Mama hair may be a little messed up. But the light bill, she ain't worried about that light bill. She's in right in there. But now they done got worse. I mean, oh my God. all of them either think they sexy red or this
I swear
one
to
chick
goodness.
who run around who call herself a gorilla.
Mm.
I mean, can white folk just straight call her nigga?
Yeah.
I'm like, dang. But this is the single parent home, black female, and once again, black single mothers are the worst.
Absolutely the worst. You might as well get cancer. You probably have a better chance at life if you have cancer, let me tell you. I want folks to understand how bad this is. A lot of the times, I believe a lot of these women need to give up the children to the father. If
Yes.
it's so hard for you and everybody got to give your money and all this, give the child up. Back in the day, that's what the women used to do too. They used to give the child up to the father, and then they go on with their lives, and they're able to move on faster and start another family where, you know, they get appreciated like the way they quote unquote want. All right. But we don't have that nowadays because we have the government stepping into roles that they shouldn't be stepping into. And now they have incentivized being a single mom, especially the last administration. They were giving tax breaks and incentives to single moms, single parent homes, while the nuclear family struggled.
Yep, because that's how they want it.
Go ahead.
No, I said that's how they want it. They want to dissolve the nuclear family because remember, how else do you normalize two men or two women living together with the child? By making what was normal, man and woman, abnormal. You got to make that abnormal.
You got to. And it's easier to control the youth. It's easier to control the population if you just control the mama and the children. That's how the slave owners used to do it. They used to get the man out the house. He'll be out there. They'll whoop him in front of everybody, right? And they control the children through the mama. And that's how they are be able to control the quote unquote future of, you know, their plantation or the future of their population. It's very, very, very tactical, but that's what it is. Let's go ahead and move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like button. Make sure you do share. I want to give a shout out to Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis donated. He donated through Cash App. So I want to make sure. Hold on. Let me go ahead and give you the customaries, big man. Jerry Lewis, shout out to you. Jerry Lewis been watching us. He's been a fan, been a follower for a very long time. So I want to give him a shout out. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's donating as well. I want to thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and move forward, brother. We got some more things to talk about. Yesterday there was a special election, let me tell you. And this happened in Cook County in the town of Dalton.
Oh God.
Yeah. The city of Dalton. And let me tell you something. There's a black woman, a black wildebeest there. And she got a very strong helmet on, akin to Darth Vader. Let me tell you, black and strong. Let me tell you, her name is Tiffany Henyard. All right. She was up for a special election and she lost. I want to go ahead and remind the audience about who Tiffany Henyard is. All right. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here we go.
Tomorrow's decision day in Dalton, residents will finally decide the political fate of embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
WGN investigative reporter Ben Bradley returns to the south suburb with a look at the stories that he broke and the scandals that made national news.
It is time for change in Dalton. It is time for a change in its leadership. I am Tiffany Henyard, and I am a progressive candidate for mayor of Dalton.
That's how it started 4 years ago. This is how it's going.
Y'all are black.
And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Many of the same people who stood behind Tiffany Henyard in 2021 are now her biggest critics.
It got here by by a rogue mayor that decided that she didn't want to listen to the voices of the community.
Trustee Jason House, a one-time Henyard ally, is now running against her for mayor. He soured on Henyard when he says simple questions about spending went unanswered.
WGN's reporting and all the other reports out there have helped the community get a true picture of what's going on.
WGN Investigates got involved in 2023 with the first in a series of explosive stories documenting questionable spending in both of the South Suburban government's Henyard runs. Mayor Henyard and other top officials traveled to Sin City in May to attend a shopping center conference. It's unclear if it helped Dalton land any deals.
Don't have a clue. We're all in the dark. Not only are the residents in the dark, but the trustees are also in the dark as well.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
In the months that followed, we exposed how Henyard and her allies spent more than $100,000 on travel, including stays in Times Square and at a Four Seasons.
Check it out.
Taxpayer resources also benefited Henyard's namesake cancer charity, which the Illinois Attorney General shut down after our reporting. Henyard's attorney told us in August her top aide is to blame.
Keith Freeman made the decision on how these funds are being used. Keith Freeman is going on these trips. You understand, this is a new mayor. This is someone that is new to this job.
But she never thought, hey, I shouldn't fly first class. I shouldn't stay at the Four Seasons.
If there was a problem with any of that, if that's not how you're supposed to do it, she relied on Freeman to tell her. He's telling her this is how we do things.
Residents revolted.
This administration is shameful. Y'all are a disgrace.
We're watching the fall of this administration.
They packed public meetings, and trustees brought in former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who found Henyard and her henchmen intentionally hid their spending.
If you hear this is fake news, it's not real, no.
Bow. And I want to go ahead and stop it right here. So, Tiffany Henyard, that's who she is, ladies and gentlemen. She was stealing taxpayers' money. They were going and running up bills in Las Vegas. Yeah, in Las Vegas. Typical black liberal politician. Let me tell you, typical. And ladies and gentlemen, remember yesterday, Tuesday, they had a special election. I want to show you people the results of this special election, because I'm pretty sure, you know, people may know what happened, but, you know, maybe not. Here we go.
In the meantime, very different scene at what was supposed to be Tiffany Henyard's watch party.
WGN's Ben Bradley has her message following the defeat.
Tiffany Henyard was a no-show for her election night party after it
No
became
show
clear
for
that
her
she
election
would
night
lose
party.
in a landslide. I did
She
speak
lost.
with her by phone. She said she accepts the election results. She said, the people have spoken, and God must have a different plan for me. It was a far cry from the tone that she struck earlier in the day when she insisted that she would win in spectacular fashion.
Hey, y'all. Hello.
Hey, Tiffany.
How y'all doing?
Tiffany Henyard defiant on this decision day in Dalton.
Is there anything in hindsight that you would have done differently over these last 4 years?
Yeah, I would have
Stole
told
more money.
on the trustees sooner.
The trustees she refers to are her former allies. 4 years ago, they ran as a slate, with Henyard promising transparency and accountability. Instead,
Mayor, we've left you voicemail messages. We had to go to the Illinois Attorney General's office to get you to turn over documents.
residents got a self-proclaimed super mayor who spent tax dollars on travel, self-promotion, and a questionable cancer charity,
All of it exposed by WGN Investigates, and now the subject of an ongoing FBI investigation. Why should residents pay for you to stay at the Four
liberals
Seasons
turn
for
around
$10,000?
We're talking about
First-class
elections
travel.
today, so you guys want some good
Those
footage?
issues are on the ballot.
We've been talking about the same thing for 4 years. I've answered every question possible.
You've never answered
So if you guys want to talk about me winning this seat this evening, let's go. I'll sit down with any of you, but I want some positive press for a change.
Local Democrats refused to slate Henyard for her other job, Thornton Township Supervisor, but she told me that she plans to run as a write-in candidate. That election is April 1st. She also said she's not ruling out a run for higher office, but wouldn't speculate about what that could be. She could, though, have bigger problems if the ongoing FBI investigation leads to charges. In Dalton, Ben Bradley, WGN News.
Wow. So,
and Donald Trump.
Yeah, this woman is a gosh darn criminal. She's So her and her boyfriend, they were actually fighting folks in the town hall. They were knuckling up. You get what I'm saying?
She took off from the front and ran to the back. You know what, Jermaine? Tiffany Haddish is a ghetto version of Jasmine Crockett. Now, you know Jasmine Cratchit already ghetto.
I'm telling you.
You know she already is a hair hat hooligan. You already know she ghetto. And to be worse than Jasmine Cratchit, I call her Cratchit because she's Crockett plus Ratchet. So you'll call her Cratchit. So Tiffany is worse than Jasmine Cratchit. That's saying something.
You can't get around it. You know, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Look at her luxurious hair hat. I'm telling you, you know she was stealing the taxpayer money. You know it, ladies and gentlemen. You absolutely know it. Jamal, you can't get around this. I believe that Tiffany Henyard is just like Kamala Harris. You go ahead and ask her a question about the corruption that she's in charge of, and let me tell you something. She's ducking and dodging, and she's doing that hyena laugh and smile. You get what I'm saying? I believe that if Kamala Harris got into the presidency, she'd be just like this woman here, stealing and laughing. You get what I'm saying?
You know what, Jermaine? I'm going to say something nice. Here it go. Jamal is going to say something nice about Kamala Harris. Jamal going to say something nice about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is not that ghetto.
Oh, my goodness.
Kamala Harris, she played ghetto and she taught the black slang when it's needed to get her some votes and needed to say she black. Kamala Harris is way too intelligent. Same thing like Barack Obama. These Cratchit ratchet people are good for being the mouthpieces to be in front. But if you look at the way Barack Obama carried himself, look at the way Michelle Obama carried herself. You look at the way Kamala Heels Up for Money Harris carry herself. She may be a hoe, but she an honest hoe. She a smart hoe, and she gonna make sure her hoe is knowledgeable. Kamala Harris ain't that bad.
You know, I give it to you. You know, I'll be nice to Kamala. She may not be that bad, but gosh darn it, she bad.
So yes, no, we still boarded a bullet. But I got to give a woman credit where credit is due. You know, Kamala Harris, when she get around black, you know, I listen to Snoop and I wrote a Jizzy. That's somebody fake and know they ain't used to it. That's why people used to be like, oh my God, she's horrible. Her pandering is worse than Hillary. But she was intelligent. I'll be honest. This woman, Tiffany Haddish and Jasmine Cratchit.
Ghetto fabulous.
No. Beyond fabulous. Ghetto superstar. You're what you are. That's what she is. Actually ghetto project superstar.
Man, I'm telling you. And ladies and gentlemen, she was sitting over here looking like a black and mild with her hair all like this. This is just absolutely crazy. It is. Stealing from the taxpayers. Anytime you speak about the corruption and things she's doing, gosh darn it, you're only saying it because she's black. Because she's black. She pulls the race card. You know,
she so did.
Yeah, she certainly did. And what's so nice about this is that her own constituency, the black liberals in her constituency, are the ones who wanted her to go. But you know what they did? They just put another black liberal in. I mean, it's like, you just switch an apple for another apple. You get what I'm saying? Gosh darn it. Can we get some oranges in there? What do you think about this? Black folks, when they see corruption, and usually the corruption's coming from the liberal left, and they see this type of behavior, instead of them to look at their ideology, how they think, all they do is say, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and put another criminal in there who's just not as flagrant. You get what I'm saying? Who's just
Bingo.
Not just, all
Bingo.
out there. What do you think about that?
You just hit the nail on the head, Jermaine. Black folk don't want to change. They want someone who can cover it better so it won't embarrass them, so that they have to require change. Now, yes, there are some people in Chicago who want things better, want the illegals gone. But people like Tiffany Haddish, it's the same thing as in Chicago. Same thing in Chicago.
Oh, Lord.
If Brandon Johnson, if they have an election in Chicago, and they vote in another black liberal, stop it. That's on y'all. If they voted in this district in Dalton and got somebody else, and she's totally different from Tiffany, that's the people waking up and tired.
Yep.
But if she's just like Tiffany, she's just more quiet and she's not as flamboyant, then our community really don't care about crookedness. We just don't want it thrown in our face by them white folks. We don't want to be thrown in our face by them white folks. Them white folks. We don't want to be called out by them white folks.
Yeah, I remember. It's kind of like Kwame Kilpatrick. Hey, do you remember Kwame Kilpatrick from
New Orleans
Detroit?
mayor?
Yeah.
Detroit guy who got I thought Kilpatrick was he the Detroit mayor or was he the New Orleans mayor? Because one got caught was stuffing money in his pants. They came up and he was stuffing money in his pants. They're like, Nick.
Kwame Kilpatrick. They all the same. They were all stealing money. They were all stealing money. So don't you worry. They were both stealing money. When they get up there, that's the game. How to money launder. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Tiffany,
yes.
Even Tiffany Henyard, she had a charity that the FBI is looking at right now. It's called Tiffany Cares. Okay, yeah, Tiffany Cares. She had a charity for cancer. And let me tell you something, she was stealing money. So a lot of these charities that these liberals put on, they're all just money laundering schemes. It's the same ones that they were using for Ukraine, right? Oh my gosh, there's doggies that are homeless in Ukraine. Please send money so that we can build dog houses in Ukraine for them. It's just dumb stuff like that. They're just stealing
Clinton
money.
Foundation. Clinton Foundation in Haiti. Clinton Foundation in Haiti.
Absolutely. And guess what?
Where's their gold?
Haitians, they haven't seen the money.
No, where's their gold that Hillary Clinton allowed her brother to be head of?
Yep.
Ooh.
Man, I'm telling you, you start speaking about corruption like this, ladies and gentlemen, that's the main reason why they want to go ahead and throw on the censorship. Because a lot, when you start speaking like this, especially nationally, you start waking folks up to the BS that's going on. They don't want people to speak like this. But
no, they don't.
What it is. You get what I'm saying? Tiffany Henyard is a prime example of a corrupt politician. Corrupt to the core, to the point where her and her boyfriend are fighting folks in the town hall. Literally. They're knuckling up and fighting.
Embarrassing.
Oh! So you just can't get around it. I believe America dodged a bullet when we got rid of Kamala and them, because Kamala, even though you say she's not that bad, but gosh darn it, she bad.
Okay, hold on. Okay, now you got to put it in context. When I said she ain't that bad, what I'm comparing her to? I'm comparing her to Jasmine Cratchit, Tiffany Halen. So I ain't really got her into a real good competing again. It's like somebody telling you, Jermain, you got a choice. You can be eaten by the 50-foot crocodile.
Oh, Lord.
You can be eaten by the 35-foot shark, or you can be bitten 175 times by 6-foot rattlesnakes. Which one? You like? None of them good.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, those ain't good choices at all. Gosh darn it.
No.
Ain't at all.
Which one? Let's see. The alligator, he gonna eat me, but the shark, he may bite down on my arm and people survive shark bites. So I think I go with the shark.
Oh, man, can't get around it. Let's go ahead and move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, please, oh, please, hit that like button.
Hit that like and share, y'all. Hit that like and share. We can't wait till y'all, we can't wait till you and Jermain get back together. Yep. Okay, well, act like it.
We're here, and we're roasting. Please,
yes.
Oh, please, do your due diligence. Next one up, brother, I want to speak to you about this new SNAP EBT requirement. My goodness gracious. A lot of people got stuff to say. A lot. I want to go ahead and run this clip. When I come back, I want to speak about it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
And when is Section 9 coming out? Because people on Section 8 is not leaving, and I'm tired of paying this rent. Damn.
Good morning. Today we are talking about Trump cutting Section 8. There will be no more Section 8 and no more EBT to able-bodied people.
You're going to
Person
give
number one.
stay-at-home moms $75,000 annually to stay at home. But you just passed a bill to essentially take away Section 8, EBT, food stamps, cash assistance, any type of welfare, unless you are working. So, are you going to pay for my child care then? Because if I have to go back to work, who pays for that? I have 6 kids. You think
that coochie need to be put on ice.
You think I'm going to pay somebody to watch my kids so I can go work? No.
Dry ice,
I'm not doing
as
that.
a matter of fact.
I think I voted for
that woman need to be sold up.
Oh my gosh,
Person
I feel
number
so bad
2.
for people who on Section 8 and on any government assistance. Trump said no more. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Like, I got kicked off of Section 8 2 years ago and just started paying regular rent. It's hard, but what about all these people who can barely pay this stuff? Project 25 calls for cuts for all government assistance programs, including SNAP, Medicaid, Section 8, housing assistance, VA benefits. And what's really breaking my heart, I don't care what nobody got to say, mostly people who are on Section 8 is women with kids. It's about to be so many homeless people now,
women
y'all.
with kids.
But Trump is
Person
getting rid of that
number
Section 8
3.
and EBT for these people that don't want to get out here and go to work. Your time is up, baby. But I'm kind of feeling him on what he's saying about this. Now, how many of y'all have family members, friends, people you know that's been living off Section 8 for 20 years? They rent $3. They don't go to work. Not that they can't go to work. They don't want to go to work. Now, let me say this on the sidebar. They do have some people that need Section 8. Some people that, medically they can't go to work. Or, they just can't physically. I get it. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to these ones that your mama been on Section 8 all her life and she ripping and running and doing this and doing that. And then you seen she was on Section 8, paid $3 rent. So now you as a young girl, because you done got pregnant and you got a baby, you go run out there and get on Section 8 and you ain't working and you having child after child after child and y'all all on Section 8 getting food stamps, $1,000 a month. And no, that's all about to stop. That's who I'm talking to. Okay? Trump said that's enough. Absolutely. So for us people that goes to work, that's working, he said you got to have at least 30 hours, okay? 30 hours a week to qualify for the program, all right?
Bow.
So
and
most of us that work on a regular basis, 30 hours ain't nothing.
Right here is giving us the skinny on what's going on. No more Section 8, no more food stamps. You have to work 30 hours. Let's go ahead and clap. Everybody.
Oh,
It's so nice. Trump is a nice guy, ladies and gentlemen. He's so gosh darn nice.
All this, and I'm loving it. I wasn't expecting all this happiness. Oh Lord, it's happiness. Thank you, Donald. Make them Wi-Fi hustlers go to work. Wi-Fi hustlers working.
I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. These folks can cry all they want, but when you see stuff like this, and let me go ahead and transition, because this is something that makes your stomach turn right here. This white woman right here, no more Section 8 or food stamps unless you're working 35 hours a week. Get your ass up, right? I have 6 kids. Who is going to pay for my child care for 6 kids, including one that's special needs? Hold on. Get your ass up. Where's them 6 baby daddies? Where's them 7 baby daddies?
You trying to say that that's a white woman, right?
Yeah, that's the white woman.
Hold on now. Now, back in the days, you had Earl. Earl worked at the job. Earl was a good old boss. Now, Earl, for a fact, Earl take all his money he saved. He drank a few beers, but Earl go home to his trailer by himself, or his nice, staying with his mom. So back in the days, Miss Elizabeth would be like, Earl, I need help with mama need medication. Well, Earl be like, well, I can help you, but baby, I had a crush on you in high school, but you went the other way, and so I can't help. Well, how about me and you go riding around late at night. All right, then I'll make sure I bring that medical, that bill money for you. Earl already knew what was up. Mate, I'm about to say make home great again. Make these single mamas hook up. These single mamas. But now, all jokes aside, she got herself. That's the thing. Responsibility, and feminism. Feminism has took the responsibility from women, and now women are making bad decisions.
Yep.
And it's horrible. Simple and plain.
Simple and plain. 6 children. My goodness gracious, that coochie got to get on ice. You get what I'm saying? Some dry ice. That coochie got to get frozen up.
Go to Earl. Fix yourself up, tighten your stomach up, make yourself be Earl country girl fantasy. You can get you some lingerie. And look, somebody gonna laugh at me when I say this. You can get you some lingerie from Walmart. Yeah. And if you feeling real spicy, get you some lingerie from Target. And look, when the tax money comes, cause Earl always come through on the bills. When the tax money come back, you need to go professionally and go to Adam and Eve or Adam's or the lingerie shop and go and pay $25 for a whole set. Yeah. Well, and then treat Earl right.
Yeah, I'm telling you. This notion that somebody needs to pay for her children except for her and the guys that were laid up in her is absolutely crazy. But this is crazy. That's why this needs to be done. Because guess what? If you're working, you don't have enough time to be sitting on your back. You get what I'm saying?
Nope.
Yeah, you might sit on your back a little bit, but you ain't going to be laying on your back all gosh darn day with enough time to have 6 children. That's absolutely ridiculous. Nope. That's irresponsible. That you have 6 children and you're a single mama. Unless the guy died in gosh darn battle. I mean, gosh darn, what the heck is going on here? I just don't understand. And she has the gall to sit up here and complain. So this type of nonsense, even though it might be extreme, Jamal, on the extreme side, this is the type of stuff that is happening all day long here in America. And that's why it's so easy for the Democrats to get people to vote on their side. You know what? Because they got single mamas and their children to vote for them. You get what I'm saying?
They depend on single mamas.
Absolutely. Because when
they depend on single mamas.
Guess what? The children are going to vote just like their mama.
Gotcha.
Mama's
like
gonna
I
say,
said.
hey, Timmy, come over here. We're gonna go vote for Biden. Biden going to increase my Social Security, not Social Security, but my Section 8. You see your little brother. You can see women 50, 60 years old. They got a 2-year-old trying to stay on Section 8. Stop it.
That's all they know. That's all they know, Jermain, and it's a shame. The Democrat Party has tore what was great about women. There were some women whose husbands were sorry, and they left their wives and children. So their wives had to get help to do better, okay? They didn't have a choice. And when they got on welfare, they worked themselves off welfare to do better. But the Democrat Party said, hold up. We need a treasure trove of victims. We need to spend billions to keep them in poverty so we can stay in power. While they're sending their kids to the beauty salon with their $50, we're going to be taking $50 million, putting in our coffers and sending our children to private school.
Yep.
So our children can come lie to their children and keep our family with money and their families
broke and poor. It's a scheme.
Yeah,
it certainly is, and you just can't get around it. You know, this Section 8, and for folks, there's people asking about Section 8. Section 8 isn't being cut entirely, okay? If you have a disability and you really need Section 8, you're going to get it. If you're a woman with dependents still, you're still going to get it, but there's going to be a requirement, and you can't stay on it for a very long time.
Yes.
You can't at all. Same with the EBT and the SNAP benefits, the food stamps. You can get it for 3 months, and you have to be working 35 hours a week, and it's a 3-month period out of 3 years. Yeah. You think I'm playing? Yeah, they pulling it back. So it's showing that you're gonna have to get up and work. And when you have to work, if you have to have mama work to get these benefits, these entitlements, she is most likely not going to allow people to dump in on anymore. You get what I'm saying? She's going to say, you know what, Timmy? You know, last year I was letting you, run up all up in me. You know what I'm saying? But this year, since the EBT benefits don't change, I got to go to work. So, you can't be running up in me no more. I got to cut that coochie off, or else I got to pay more. You get what I'm saying? If women got to go and pay more for their children, and they know that, hey, this type of requirement is going to have me working, and I can't lay back and just watch my children, gosh darn it, I'm going to cut off that coochie. You know what I'm saying? That coochie is cut.
And they changing EBT to where you can't buy unhealthy food. You ain't gonna be able to buy Twizzlers. You ain't gonna be able to buy no fudge rounds, Little Debbie's. You're gonna have to buy food that's gonna keep you with natural energy so you can be able to work. So Trump is Trump. I wasn't expecting this goodness. Yes, he is.
I'm telling you, I was just telling my wife. I said, listen, Trump is going after my heart, dear. And you're going to have to fight Trump for it right now. You see all these liberals crying?
Uh-huh.
Goodness gracious. I was about to write a Trump a card. I'm like, yeah, Mr. President, you so good. You want me to call you Big Daddy? I can call you Big Daddy. Hit that like button. Make sure you share. Please, oh please, ladies and gentlemen, please, oh please, hit that like button. Make sure you do share. All right? We need folks to see this. Because I want folks to understand that there's so many people who are gosh darn tired. Right? They are tired of being taken advantage of, tired of paying all these gosh darn big bills just to see people who are sleeping and laying on their back wake up in the afternoon and go to the Kroger's to get a cart full of crab legs. You get what I'm saying?
Oh God,
we want them crab legs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you don't deserve no crab. You don't deserve no crab legs. Them food stamps is for roast beef. Yeah, them food stamps for stew beef, some chicken. Not no crab legs. Hey, if you got that much, you need to cut some back.
Yeah. Gosh darn it. That's what it is. Let's go ahead and move forward. Next one up here, ladies and gentlemen. Next one up. Please, oh please, hit that like button. Make sure you share. Need your help. I want to speak to you about Maxine Waters, or as I call her, Scar. Scar from The Lion King? Yeah, you seen Scar from The Lion King?
The nappy head, James
got that black ass mane. You get what I'm saying? Big ass helmet. You put Scar right next to Maxine Waters, boy. They fighting for that gosh darn beef sandwich. They over there fighting. Let me tell you. Maxine Waters came out yesterday and she denounced Trump-backed GOP budget proposal. She is saying, all right, catch this. She's saying that Trump's proposal will put working families in the dirt. This is what she's saying. Now, Trump has only been in office for probably less than 30 days. And she's saying this type of stuff. I mean, my goodness gracious, where was she at when Biden was in office? Because I can tell you it's bad, and she didn't say nothing. Let me go ahead and run this when I come back. I want to get your take on this. Here we go.
For 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I strongly oppose the Republican budget ripoff. I hear from constituents every day about the high cost of living. Under the Trump administration, healthcare costs are rising, and putting food on the table is getting harder as egg prices skyrocket and housing remains unaffordable. Unfortunately, the Republican ripoff is a slap in the face to working families. Trump, Elon Musk, and House Republicans are asking us to support axing Medicaid by $180 billion, even though food stamps reduce rural poverty. Republicans will cut this program too by $230 billion. Republicans are defunding the police by stripping funding from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and the CFPB is the only federal cop on the block to hold Wall Street banks and big tech payment apps accountable when they cheat Americans. It is shameful that while families suffer from high prices, Musk is firing thousands of federal workers and stealing sensitive data from his competitors.
Just
although
like you stole that
this
gosh
ripoff
darn helmet.
cuts $2 trillion in vital programs. And what do Republicans plan to do with this money? Oh, they're going to give it. They're going to give it to the billionaires in this country. $4.5 trillion in tax cuts. If that math doesn't compute, it's because they expect Americans to buy the next mega yacht for Jeff Bezos. Well, I tell you, we're not going to do that, and we want to tell you today, Democrats are no on this budget. It is outrageous that you all have the audacity to come here with this budget that harms so many Americans and ask us to support billionaires and think we're going to buy it? You think we're going to support it? Well, you got another thought coming. We ain't doing it.
Bow. She said that she's not supporting the budget. Democrats aren't supporting the budget. She's saying that Elon Musk is stealing secrets. The only thing I can see that's being stolen right now is a whole bunch of hairspray for that gosh darn helmet she got on. What do you think about what's going on here, sir?
Oh, you talking about nappy head James Brown wig? Come on. Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters looked like that church lady who go to church wearing that old nasty, funky, stinking wig. Yup, and she looked like she stank, and she always causing trouble. The Maxine Waters is the same woman when they took a brick and they slammed it against Reginald Denny head in Los Angeles because it was her district that rioted in the 90s. And she was a congresswoman. She was someone up there. Mm-hmm. She didn't sit there and denounce it. But Maxine Waters is the same woman who went out there and said, "When you say that, you just right there. You go and you make sure they don't have that time." That's Maxine Waters. We're not surprised at stupidity what Maxine Waters say. There is some people when they say something smart, that's when we're surprised. Like, oh my God, she actually said that. That was really intelligent. When you see something stupid, that's what I thought. Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters is totally out of power. And this is what one of the topics I said last night, Jermain. Democrats use loud, obnoxious Black women as a shield so they can go behind the scenes and do what they want to. Listen to her. Just listen to her. You come at her, you're attacking a black woman. I'm a black woman. That's what she gets to throw. So a white conservative won't be scared, but will be scared. But now white conservatives, that ain't working no more.
Nope.
They will call her stupid. They will call her loud. They will call her not becoming a U.S. congressman. So Maxine Waters is just mad, utterly mad, that Donald Trump done beat 2 women.
Whooped them.
Beat their hindparts.
Absolutely. And whooped a black woman at that, too. That's why she absolutely upset and mad. You know that, right? She mad. She absolutely mad. Ladies and gentlemen, Maxine Waters, you want to speak about a black racist? She's up there. She's absolutely
very up there. Yes, she is.
James Brown, she got a problem. Let me tell you. She could have been saying this when Biden was in office and Kamala Hyena Harris was in office. You get what I'm saying? When that hyena was up there laughing and eating bones in front of everybody, she didn't say nothing. She absolutely said nothing, kept her mouth shut. But Trump, not even 30 days, she's trying to run this type of a scheme. Does she know that what's going on in office? Does she know all the corruption that's been found? Here's another one where her eyes closed, ladies and gentlemen. It is closed. She does not want to look and face reality. And that's what's going on with a lot of Democrats. It's very, very, very easy to sit here and blame, point the finger. But these people been in office. They've been in office. How are you going to blame somebody who wasn't in office? My goodness gracious. How are you going to blame somebody for finding corruption? My goodness. So when does responsibility on their part ever come, ladies and gentlemen? When does it? Last words here, sir.
You know, looking at Maxine Waters and you see what the Democrat Party do, they hide behind these loud, ignorant black women. That's number one. Maxine Waters is an old pro. Maxine Waters have been cheating and jipping the people for years, but the constituents keep voting for her because they think it's cute. Look at how she drive them white folk crazy.
Yep.
Hey, stupid, while she driving them white folk crazy, you notice your money getting short too.
Yep.
So
screwed up.
She can go on the floor and say what she want to. The best way to really make her mad is be successful and have people like her. And call her stupid. What stupid is. Right where she stand. Don't be like, well, I'm gonna wait till I pull her to the side. Miss Maxine Waters, Congresswoman Maxine Waters. I've been a good friend to the blacks, and I've been a good friend to the Hispanics. But Maxine, it's just you are not being fair. No, we don't need no Republicans like this. Listen up. Let me say this.
Yep.
I heard what you said on the floor, you old hair hat wearing heifer. You can't talk. Had your husband gave back all that money you stole in 97, 98. So let's not get to talk.
Oh, man, you just can't make it up, man. These people here, ladies and gentlemen, negating responsibility, playing the blame game, and Trump hasn't even been in office for 30 days. So it is what it is. But you guys see what's going on. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys do me a favor. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. We got some more to talk to you guys about. Another one here I want to speak to you guys about is this trans athlete type business in Maine. Right now in Maine, there's a big fight. They're trying to keep trans athletes in girls' sports. All right?
Yep.
They're trying to. I want to go ahead and run this. When it comes back, I want to speak to you guys about it. Everything we need to know so far about the fight. Here we go.
See you in court. Every state. Good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That confrontation right there between Governor Janet Mills and President Donald Trump setting up a potential legal battle over federal funding. We now have new updates on that escalating tension. But first, to recap here, Governor Mills told President Trump that she'll see him in court after the president threatened to withhold money to her state if Maine continues to allow transgender students to compete in girls' sports. Shortly after that exchange, the Department of Education announced it would investigate Maine's DOE and the school district covering Cumberland and North Yarmouth, where this debate was first brought to light. All of this comes after a Facebook post from Republican State Representative Laura Libby garnered national attention, saying a Greeley athlete placed 5th in boys pole vaulting last year and 1st in the girls division this year. The superintendent of the school district, MS80 51, says they've added extra security as a precaution after all of this. He's stressing the additional security measures aren't in response to any specific threats, but they really want to make sure that they're being proactive here. Now, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is getting involved too. They say that they're going to investigate the University of Maine to see if the school is in compliance with President Trump's executive order restricting transgender athletes. In a statement shared yesterday, U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins said President Trump has made it abundantly clear taxpayers' hard-earned dollars will not support institutions that discriminate against women. Going on to say, USDA is committed to upholding the president's executive order, meaning any institution that chooses to disregard it can count on losing future funding. Now, you may be asking yourself, why is the USDA investigating a Title IX issue? Isn't that up to the Department of Education? Well, University of Maine is a public land grant university started back when President Abraham Lincoln gave each state at the time more than 30,000 acres to bolster scientific and agricultural research in higher education. Because of that classification, Rollins says that the school receives over $100 million in USDA funding. The University of Maine is part of the NCAA, which has already changed its policy regarding transgender athletes in order to comply with Trump's executive order. In a statement, a spokesperson for UMaine is highlighting that the USDA's letter doesn't include any allegations of wrongdoing. They tell us the university system will continue to comply with all relevant laws and to cooperate with any compliance reviews. Maine House Republican Minority Leader Billy Bob Fockingham is asking Governor Mills to talk to her chief of staff about what Fockingham is calling unprofessional conduct. In a press release shared yesterday, Fockingham alleged that Jeremy Kennedy had an outburst about men in women's sports during a meeting in Washington, D.C. yesterday. Fockingham is citing conservative media site The Daily Wire as his source. He wasn't in that meeting, it seems. The article claims that Kennedy swore at the White House Director of Intergovernmental Affairs and then stormed out of the room. Governor Mills' team is now responding to this, calling the claims inaccurate and saying that Kennedy didn't use any profanity. All of this comes as President Trump signed an executive order banning trans women from competing in women's sports. But can the president actually withhold federal funding if a state doesn't follow a specific order? Experts say there are a lot of questions about the enforcement of existing laws here, including Title IX. State law is also at play. The Maine Human Rights Act prohibits discrimination based on a person's sex, sexual orientation, and the key part here, gender identity. The Maine Department of Education says that Trump's order only applies to federal agencies and can't supersede state law. But Title IX no longer includes protections for gender identity since Trump's recent executive order, putting the two laws, the state law and the federal law, on a collision path.
Title IX is a federal law which forbids discrimination on the basis of sex. And under the Biden administration, sex was read to also include gender identity. So there's a number of areas in which Maine's hands very much seem to be tied.
Now, and I'm going to stop it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share it. So President Trump is saving female sports. Can you imagine a male saving a female sports? That's how much men care about women, to a point where we're fighting the battle for ya. You get what I'm saying? Brother, what do you think about this here? You know, why is this such a big issue in Maine? Why can't they see that this is a bad thing to fight against?
feminists are so smart that they have now allowed men to get Woman of the Year. That's how smart they are.
Yep, they are.
So looking at this Maine governor, I don't know if I sent you this clip. I don't know if I did send it to you, just Jermaine. If I didn't, forgive me. I'll make sure you get it before tonight when we get off. It's the Maine governor dancing on stage with trannies, with drag queens. See, she was in Maine having drag queen story hour. She up there dancing like, you know, like it, and it was a kids, of course, you know that they have to target children. But so this is what they were doing. So this woman in Maine wants to be Donald Trump's enemy. Democrats are looking for somebody to come down. I am here to fight the orange man. Yay! We say! And of course, that false prophet Jamal Brown. The Lord then came down. He's gonna start from Governor of Maine, and these people don't really care about women, don't care about girls. All they care about is pushing their agenda. Simple and plain. They just want to push their agenda, push it on the American people. And if you get hurt, oh well, that's their attitudes.
You're absolutely correct. It's an agenda. And it's also the weakness of a lot of males. Now, I want to go ahead and show you this. Daily Mail, I didn't get to send you this, and I wanted to send you this. Daily Mail put out an article today, 17 hours ago, okay? And it says, being a man was too much hard work, so I became a woman. Inside the trans Maxine trend where men swap gender to get female benefits like cheaper car insurance, free meals, and sex. There you go. So we got down to the heart, the meat and potatoes of what's going on. A lot of the guys, ladies and gentlemen, they believe it's easier to be a woman.
Yep.
How much of an insult is that to women? Women out there, their guys are saying it's too hard to be a guy. They get criticized all the time. They got to work hard. They want to be able to lay on their back, get a few children, and complain about not getting enough money. My goodness gracious, right? And look at this guy down here. I want you guys to see how weak this guy look. Look how frail this guy look. Look how weak he looks. He says it's easier to be a female. And let me tell you something. There's a whole bunch of men who think like that as well. They want to run from their God-given nature and run to be a female because in this society, we have made it, in a sense, easy to, run the gamut as a woman. If you want to be, strictly honest about it, right? You can make up a lie and say somebody sexually assaulted you and everybody must believe you. Ain't that right? I don't make this stuff up, right? Mm-hmm. You can go ahead and get Section 8 and all the SNAP EBT benefits a lot easier, right? Absolutely. And now this guy is saying, shoot, I want to take charge. I want to take advantage of these benefits that women are getting in our society, right? So let me go ahead here and put on a hair hat and call myself Germania and let me get them benefits. What do you think about this here?
Well, here's the thing, Jermaine, and I want people, and this is serious. A woman dressed up as a man and she lived as a man for 90 days. The 6th month, she killed herself.
Oh, wow.
This woman said she never realized how hard men actually got it. Another woman who did the same thing said she ended up hating women. She said she had never seen it in her life, how entitled, spoiled,
that's what females are.
undeserving. And she said that. But the woman that killed, but the girl killed herself. She decided to be a man and dressed up. And, she said wanting to see how it was to be a man. 90 days, she hated. And on the 6th month, she killed herself. So for this man to say he wants to be a woman because it's so much easier, there's actually some facts in that.
Yeah,
and now he's saying he's trans.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be even better.
Yep, it's easier.
Yep. All he got to do is find a trans woman. All he got to do, he a trans woman. All he got to do is find a trans man.
Yeah, that's a trans relationship. I can tell you that. You can't get around that. But that's what it comes down to. When you're a guy, nobody cares about your feelings. I want women to understand while you're sitting there and you're able to cry and people come and say, "Oh, girl, what's wrong? What's wrong?" Right? Hold on. What's wrong? When you're a guy and you're crying, you know what they tell you? Hey, buck up. Stop being a pussy. This is what they tell you. Right? I may even tell you that if you start crying. Yeah.
Or
you get criticized don't you as a man get criticized for everything you do?
Yes.
Every gosh darn
That's
thing
the life of a man.
People talk shit to you every day, ladies and gentlemen. My wife wake up talking shit to me. My kid, my little boys. If they could talk shit, they would. Hey, Daddy, move faster with your black ass. They would say that to me. Yeah, as a man, you get criticized. As a mama, gosh darn, you got unconditional love. As a mama. Yeah. Unconditional love as a mama. As a man, you don't get that. It's what you provide.
Yes. Yes.
I know it sounds harsh like that, but that's what it is. And men need to understand their place in life and be able to handle it and deal with it. That's why we need men, real men, to lead by example. Now, I want to go ahead here and show you guys a controversial video that was put out by a Maine high schooler. They are upset about what's going on with the trans athlete mess. This young woman will tell you how she feels. Here we go. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
My teammate came over to me and told me that she was going to have to compete against a biological male.
Zoe Hutchins competed in Maine's Class B indoor track and field state championship on Monday. She says her teammate had to compete against a transgender athlete.
My friend who had to directly compete against him kept saying was that it's not fair. And she's totally right. It's not fair. And it should never have happened.
The championship track meet went viral after State Representative Laurel Libby posted the results of the pole vaulting event on Facebook. Libby says the student who won competed in the men's event last year and won the women's event this year.
Really
That's so evil.
Both the girls who don't have a safe and level playing field, who are facing unfair competition.
The post sparked national attention. President Donald Trump called out Maine's governor Friday, threatening to withhold federal funds if Maine continues to allow transgender women or girls to compete in female sports.
You better comply, because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
Look, the federal funding is going to follow the Title IX law. And if the state chooses not to comply, then we're going to lose out on federal funding. And that means that Democrats will need to cut this budget that they're putting forward to account for that.
But Governor Mills is pushing back, saying she is following state and federal laws.
Fabulous that she had the nerve to say, sorry, that's the law. We follow the law in Maine.
Yeah, look at these old white women.
The governor and attorney general have indicated they will take this to court to protect Maine's federal funding and uphold current state laws.
They front and
Every
center.
state. Good. I'll see you in court.
Allison Lapierre, CBS 13 News.
Bow. So, brother, you see those three old white women. They were absolutely, exuberated. They were excited that the Maine governor is standing up to Donald Trump. And these are two old white women. Old. I mean, they're next to Father Time's type of old. Well, what do you think about this? A high schooler is saying, hey, this is not fair at all. And she's saying that there's a guy who's a trans who won the Gosh Star event last year as a male and won it this year as a female. I mean, by goodness gracious, that's crazy. What do you think?
Well, this, make sure my microphone, okay, you can hear me. If you look at it, people are tired. People are actually saying, this is costing me. When you have a trans athlete, a man, who dresses up as a woman, or in this case, a girl, you have taken that girl's spot. You've taken another girl's spot.
Yep.
That girl who family have paid, like my daughter do dance, okay? So I take my daughter to dance competitions and I make, teach all the dance and everything. But let's say there's a little girl out there who wants to do track. And every day her dad and they're out there hitting. She's doing the best. And as a female, she is the pinnacle, or she as a female, she can be better. But when she meet a man, there's nothing she can do. And these people that support it, the Supreme Court need to establish, and this is something else, Jermaine, something real quick. I wonder, did the gay community say, since y'all wouldn't give us what we wanted, we gonna put the most craziest, the most mental problem ones of our community out here. And they gonna be so bad that you're gonna say, I think I can deal with a gay dude. I can't deal with them. Think about it. How many you see gays, a few gay people speaking out about them. Yes, I cannot lie and say they're not gay speaking out. But the majority of the community just sit back. Oh, we gonna get our way. When they come up with something, they gonna exclude them, but they gonna put us in it.
Yep.
So this boy that's beating this girl, if you tell her parents of the little girl that lost that this man right here is gay, he think it's wrong too. He just wanted to live his life. They ain't no part of him. They gonna sit there and they gonna say, well, leave the gay person alone. Yeah, protect them, protect their rights.
Yeah.
And it all was a big smoke screen to push more gay rights. And they put the trans stuff out there because they knew it would drive people crazy. People pushed against it like they knew they would, but allowed those in the gay community to get what they want. Anybody ever thought about that? Like the Westboro Baptist Church? Think about it.
Yeah.
The Westboro Baptist Church popped up. gay marriage. They got it because people hated Westboro.
Yeah.
So there's trans people doing all this to get playing against our daughters, beating our daughters. You're gonna be okay with Anderson Cooper because Anderson Cooper don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's certainly true. Man, this is, to me, it's not going to stop until women actually start taking a hold of this issue, because it's really their issue. We don't have females over here trying to be guys, and then they're taking over guy sports and guys this and that. It's not happening. So guys are not caring about it. We know how hard it is to be a guy. We certainly do. You get what I'm saying? So we're not over here complaining about it. But if you go ahead and you speak to a lot of women, they'll complain about being a woman all the time. I gotta do this and that, and I got this thing at the end of the month, and we understand that, but God has made us two different folks with two different struggles. All right. And we both have to respect each other's struggles, because that's what makes us, come together, actually, so that's what it is. I want this situation to get settled, but I also want women to stand up. It shouldn't just be the men fighting for their daughters and fighting for what's right. It got to be the majority of women understanding what's going on in the world, and for them to save their own gosh darn sport. You get what I'm saying? They shouldn't, wait for us to do it and then try to bash us while we're doing it. Because if you go ahead and speak to a lot of these women that are out here, especially the liberal ones, they're going to be bashing us while we're over here trying to save their sport, trying to save them while they're bashing us. So that's where we're at right now. So, what can I say? Let me go ahead. We're going to go ahead and give Trump another round of applause. I just have to, because it's really good that he did that. You just can't get around it. He's coming in and making waves, executive order after executive order, and he's following his promises. So, what can I say? He's a good man. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and speak to you guys about immigration. Yeah. Trump today comes out and proposes a $5 million gold card granting immigration. I want you guys to take a look at this here, right? But it's granting permanent U.S. residency. I want you guys to take a look. Here we go.
We're going to be doing something else that's going to be very, very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. Never been done before, anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next, would you say 2 weeks, Howard? Do you want to say a couple of words about it?
The president said rather than having this sort of ridiculous EB-5 program, we're going to end the EB-5 program. We're going to replace it with the Trump Gold Card, which is really a green card gold. So they'll be able to pay $5 million to the U.S. government. They'll have to go through vetting, of course. We're going to make sure they're wonderful, world-class global citizens. They can come to America. The president can give them a green card, and they can invest in America, and we can use that money to reduce our deficit. Why do we give out lotteries of green cards? Why do we give out EB-5 for green cards? The president of the United States understands that the right answer is, why don't we eliminate the deficit of the United States of America instead.
Would a Russian oligarch be eligible for a gold card?
Yeah, possibly. Hey, I know some Russian oligarchs that are very nice people. It's possible. They're not quite as wealthy as they used to be. They're not as wealthy as they used to be. I think they can afford. I think they can afford $5 million.
Bow. So that's what it is. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think about that? Trump, $5 million gold card. You got $5 million. You got a little bit of some bread. You got some bread. Some moolah. Yeah, you can go ahead and come on in. You'll get vetted, but you don't have to stay in a long line. You go ahead and pay that $5 million. That'll help the U.S. government out. You get what I'm saying? You get in, and you'll be able to get permanent residency. And a lot of times, if you have that type of cash, let me tell you something. You're going to be starting a business here. You're going to be investing in the United States. You're going to be investing into the economy, which is really nice. So instead of us giving lottery tickets, right? Lottery immigration tickets for people in the world to just come here for free and we got to pay, gosh darn it, let's go ahead and get folks in here who got some real bread. You get what I'm saying? And let them pay and then let them invest in America. I think that's absolutely awesome. What do you think about this here, sir?
When he announced that, I was like, that makes sense. You can't just fill your country up full of poor folk.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have some folk that got some of them, they got a job.
Yeah, more
they
than
can
land.
Start jobs. And if you listen to it, if you're a company and you, let's say, like you want to do gold card green cards. So you're sitting there and you're a multi-billionaire. And you know what? I'm tired. I know I'm on Zelensky's bad list. I still got my billions. So if I don't want Vladimir Zelensky to take my money and send me to the front lines, guess what? I go give $5 million. I come to America. Next thing you know, I come to America with $2 billion. Guess what? I got to start me up a business. And now I'm able to live the rest of my life with my money. We need more people in America with money. I'm sorry. It's always good to have po folk, but po folk can't pay light bills.
Nope.
You got to have somebody that can chip in. Everybody hungry. Everybody can't be hungry. If you po, Jermain, I'm po, and two more people po, and we go to McDonald's and all between us we got is $1, well, we got to change up. You can't keep going getting a burger for $1, then splitting it up 4 ways. Sometimes somebody got to say, well, you know what, guys, look, it ain't much, but I gonna get us each a burger a piece because I got $5. Okay, I got a bottle of water. We got a bottle of water and a burger in our hand. We gonna make it work. We need to start thinking about that. And Donald Trump is putting that business aspect in, and everybody's not shocked one day he's doing that either. Notice who is shocked that he said, hey, in order to come to America, you want to pay some money? Come on, be a citizen. Oh my gosh, how many people would pay $5 million to become U.S. citizens?
Oh,
and I think liberals are scared. If it's a lot of people that's doing that, America's racist is going to get shot down. And then Donald Trump is letting it be known, hey, you want to come? We'll take a little extra money.
Yep.
But it's just more of we are the United States of America. We are better than the world. Come be part of us.
Yep. I think it's absolutely a great advertisement too. it's going to bring so much more business here to America as well. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people, they avoid coming to America, starting businesses and things of that nature is because they're not able to get the residency for them to start it. You get what I'm saying? They got to go through a third person and all this other crap to get a business started, while they can come here themselves and start the business. The world is about money. It's about business, ladies and gentlemen. It's about connection. These things need to happen. So as long as we're able to offer that to the world, let me tell you something. We will never be broke. We won't. So I think this is an absolutely fantastic idea that he has done. If he can maybe make another way for, folks who are less fortunate to get in, either through merit-based or some other, requirement that I think would be very good, especially for the campaign and for just, the country and the Republicans as a whole. It will get rid of the notion that Republicans are xenophobes. They don't like folks from other countries and all this other stuff. It will get rid of all that crap, and I think that just needs to happen. So I'm very, very happy that, he decided to do this here. I think it will really make a difference here in America. So, so with that being said, brother, let me tell you something. We are out of time. I want to thank you so much. I know there's a whole bunch of folks here who are like, you guys should go for another hour. Gosh darn it, I just got off work. I know.
Well, we got jobs and we got to go to work tomorrow morning.
Absolutely. It's 11 p.m. here in Minnesota, Central Standard Time. So we're getting close to midnight. So
it's midnight in North Carolina right now.
Yeah, so I want to go ahead and thank everybody and their mamas for coming on in, hanging out with us. I know it's been a long time, but gosh darn it, you can see we back like we never left, let me tell you.
Yep.
Brother, go ahead. Any last words for our beautiful crowd here?
Just glad that you're back, Jermaine. Glad that we're back doing this on Wednesday, tackling different things, tackling the stuff that's going on in the world. I'm sorry. Once again, I apologize to everybody. This was not where it's supposed to be. I was supposed to be here on like I'm here in my studio, as y'all can see. I'm here in the studio, but I couldn't use my stuff tonight because they were out there digging in my yard trying to run a Google fiber optic, and the idiot hit my AT&T fiber optic, got no internet.
Yeah.
So plus my truck was messing up on me, and that broke down, all messing up and stuff. So, I'm like, what, got to do the show because it's going to make everybody feel good. It's going to make me feel good. And just glad to see you back, Jermaine. Just glad to see you back.
Thank you so much. I know how important that fiber optic internet is. That's the same internet we're using right now. We can tap dance on the internet and it won't lag or anything. Kids are on the internet doing everything. They're doing jujitsu, everything on the internet. And let me tell you something, it's rolling real nice. So if you have a chance to get fiber optic in your area, you make sure you get it. It's probably the best internet you'll have. All right. I know people get satellite, Starlink, 5G, all sorts of internet. But let me tell you, fiber optic, it's the way to go. So with that being said, brother, I want to thank you so much for coming on in. I really do appreciate it. I know I missed you so much. My crowd missed you.
I missed y'all. I missed you, Jermaine.
And especially us being together, giving out the good word, I think is something that's very beneficial for a lot of folks. So I want to go ahead and thank everybody for hitting that like button, everybody for donating, everybody for sharing. Absolutely. I'll be on tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you guys come on in, hang out with me. We should have a very, very, very good show. I believe Jamal is probably on tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Hopefully.
Central, 9, 10 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah, 10, 10:20.
Yeah,
between 10:10 and 10:30, that's the start time.
Yep, there you go. So you guys make sure you go check out his broadcast as well. All right, show the brother some love and some support. All right, so you guys take care. Have a very, very, very good night, and we should catch you guys here later with another edition of Conservative Nation, Double Barrel J's edition. You guys take care and have a beautiful night. Goodbye.